Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today I will show you one game with the changed races I made. If you didn't see the trailer I made for it, you can check my channel. I will also put the link in the description. And basically how it works is that you have to choose specific races for each player to have them transformed. And I will show you somewhere on the screen right now how you can actually choose the race you actually want. Basically, if you set up the players like I have right here, you will have each race at least once here, including the original ones. So in this game I will be playing as elves, and it's free for all, so there are no teams. So let's start this game. I will also make one more video in the future where I will show you in the editor how I actually made this, so you can implement it for your own to any map. And also, since you only have 3 races available at one time, if you want to play for different races than 3, then you will have to go to the editor and actually change some stats there. And I will show you how in the future video. So basically the buildings and everything are the same, and the principle that it's working on are the morph triggers. Yeah, I will explain that in that video. But basically what you need to know is that you just make the normal units and it will transform it into the unit that is specific to the new faction I made. I will show you how it works. So here if I build barracks, here you can see all the units that can be transformed here. So if I play as elves, I will have the elf sentinel. It's in the order of the factions as I made them, so I will also include extra text file where you will have all the information of how to know what are your units actually. Also the prices are changed, and that's like basically everything you need to know right now. As I mentioned, I'm playing as elf, so I have pretty strong range units, so I will need blacksmith pretty early. And I believe this one is... I don't actually know. Maybe this is a thieves, so we will see what's he going to make. We also of course need one farm, since we don't have more population. And there are also some specific mechanics for each faction. I try to include at least one unit with aura to each faction, and also some summon abilities, so you can summon some more units during the fight and make it more interesting. We have the elf guards as swordsmen, but they are not too good, so I will maybe not even make any of them. I will just wait for the blacksmith and farm, and then I will make my first elf sentinel. I would say the elves are like stronger in offense and weaker in defense. As you can see, he's playing for the thieves, I think, so he has the rebel here. So I'll just carry him away with my peasants. Yeah, so here is the yellow guy. I think he is another elf, so we are 2 elves here. And yeah, here he has the baseline units. And I already have the elf sentinel, so I will defend myself again and make more peasants. And we also have dark rangers instead of pikemen, so we can make even more ranged units. The Dark Ranger is way stronger, or I mean he has more attack and he also has the stealth ability, but he doesn't have that many HP, I think. So yeah, I have enough villagers here, and I will need one more farm. Also, I don't want to lose my ranger, so I'll send some villagers here to scare him away. And I also have normal priests, so you can still heal their units. I usually try to not keep any of the old units, but yeah, I
Where is
kept the
evil
priest
hiding?
here because there were not many other units that would be similar. There is like a brown priest, I would say, and that's he's called Father Julianus, but I added him to
Building complete, my lord.
another faction, so elves have
What needs to
just
be
the
done?
priests.
I am here, my lord.
Let's do it.
So I will
Huh?
split my
What
peasants, so
needs
I
to be
still have
done?
3, 3 and
I am
10.
here, my lord.
And now I will upgrade to stone keep so we can actually make some priests.
What needs to be done?
There are also some
Let's do
band units and band buildings also that will be included in the text file.
I am here,
But
my lord.
basically here I only have one band building, and
Excellent
that's the
idea.
alchemist
idea.
building. But for example in the workshop I can only
Will the
make
work never
the
end?
gnome arcs, so it wouldn't be too good for me to make it right now unless I want to expand like here or somewhere. But first I will want
What
to
is your
kill him
challenge? I will
because it's
find the
actually
way.
the easiest way to expand. Just kill him and take
Honest
this
is on
mine.
our side.
What needs
Where
to
is
be done?
evil hiding?
As you can see, the damage is actually pretty high of those sentinels, so you don't have to worry
What is
about
your
anything
challenge?
else. But as I said, we can also make Dark Rangers, since they have even more attack,
I am here, my lord.
and we'll see how it goes.
Upgrade complete, my lord. Good idea.
Yeah, so we have the stone
What
keep,
needs to
so
be
I will
done?
make a temple,
Excellent idea.
and also we want to upgrade our tower. The towers are, yeah, as I said, every building is the same, so just normal towers. I tried to implement the
At your
Elven towers
service.
from campaign, but it got really bugged, because if
Where is
you
evil hiding?
started the building, it would just complete it immediately and it would stay at 1 HP, so you would have to repair it and then go back, and it also didn't really work with the AI,
Building
so
complete,
they
my
were like
lord.
spamming 30 towers with 1 HP, and it was really bugged, so I just decided to remove it and keep the normal towers. So let's see, what can we do next? I will probably upgrade to castle after we finish the temple, so we can make some elder phoenixes and elf druids. Those are like the mages of elves. And also you have white eagles instead of valkyries. But right now I will probably make priests, and we can also build one more farm.
Good idea.
So let's see, what do we have here? Here are the ghosts. They have special ability that they take only 10% of physical damage, but I actually changed some damage types in the game. So for example, yeah, if I play as elves, I have the fire damage here, but also if I find the normal human, he is making Valkyries, but his swordmans have frost attack in this version of the game, so you can still fight the ghosts.
Complete, my lord.
Here we have the normal fallen, here are dwarves, and this is orc. As you can see, the wyvern transformed into orc chieftain right now. We already have priests, so we can actually heal our peasants.
What needs to be done?
And he's attacking me right now, so I will just group my units, and it should be easy. This is the like stronger unit, I would say, Garen, but he has only one, so it shouldn't be problem. Actually, two right now, and I can still retreat with my armed units. I will also repair my tower, and now I will probably make some elf druids, so I will need the obsidian tower.
Excellent idea.
And yeah, we have a lot of resources, so maybe also the Circle of Ancients, and one more barracks. And we can also improve the improved farming and advanced barracks. So this should be like the baseline of our buildings, I think. And oh yes, you can also see there are no upgrades in the blacksmith, because the upgrades are associated with special units, so I can't really, I mean certain units, so I can't really link it to those units. The only new faction that has any upgrades are the thieves, I think, with the crossbowmen, because the basic damage upgrade in blacksmith for ranged unit actually applies to crossbowmen, so I kept it there. But outside of that, you just don't have any upgrades.
I carry the light.
As you can see, Dark Rangers also have an aura. I think this aura increase like maybe attack speed or something, but it's just any aura is good, I think. And also the elf druids, they have HP aura, so they give like 50 HP to all of their units. And then you have the Elder Phoenix, and Elder Phoenixes have the summon ability, so you can actually summon wolves with them. He has the Garens instead of Valkyries, but he can also make them in the non-workshops instead of catapults. So he has like two ways of making those units. But he decided to make them as Valkyries here. And as you can see, he's attacking again. Also the one unfortunate thing is that I can't really change those images. So you have the baseline ones and you have to use the description, or I mean titles. But yeah, you will get used to that pretty soon, I think. Or at least I did. Yeah, so this is the Elf Druid. He actually has, I think, 15 attack, like normal mage. But you can't see it here because he has lots of things here. And he also has a poison fog, so like the warlock for beasts. And then you have the firewall, which is like line of fire that deals quite a lot of damage, I would say. As you can see, the offense power of Elves is pretty strong, so he stands no chance here. But actually, his race is also really strong if you know how to use it well, because they have really strong knights. They are called Lord Gilberts, I think, and those knights can summon even more knights, so that's like really strong. But of course, it's AI, so it's not so good with using the right units, I think, or I mean choosing the right ones.
What needs to be done?
So yeah, I think I balanced the factions pretty evenly. But of course not everything can be balanced, because you can't change some of the values. I can't change the time that it takes to make the unit, and also I can't change the population. So here you of course see the baseline populations, so population of swordsman and elf ranger, knight, mage. But once the unit is transformed, it will actually change the population cost to the new unit. So don't really look at those numbers. It might change after you make the unit. But unfortunately I can't change those things, so again some more disadvantages. We need just 2 more gems and I can make first Elder Phoenix. It's a flying unit, also it can spot invisible units, same as the normal Phoenix, but it has like 30 attack, and as I said, it can summon the wolves. And also it's actually pretty squishy, but yeah, it's even cheaper than the normal knight. I think normal knight is 250 gold, and same wood and same gems. Yeah, so my enemy is going actually at way. He has possessed priests. They work basically same as normal priests. I actually increased the healing a little bit, but they don't have the resurrection, but they can raise skeletons from your units. And instead of bless, they have like, I don't know how it's called, but instead of buffing your units, it will nerf the enemy units actually. So that's like the alternative of this faction to the priests. And let's check the other ones. Yeah, this guy has stealth units. Again, instead of Valkyries. Yeah, and this actually the ghost always stays pretty defensive. I don't know why, but they always does that. So they are not too dangerous, but the army is actually pretty strong. Here we have the same enemy that is against me, and he's fighting against lizards. This is actually their basic unit, Varangi, and then they have goblin lancers instead of goblin hunters. So that's this one. Yeah, this was I think orc, but he got killed by the dwarf. And yeah, this is just normal beast fighting against normal fallen, so this is nothing too interesting. And here the elf killed the normal human, I believe. So yeah, here is the Elder Phoenix. As you can see, I have the Summon White Wolf ability, and then I have the Nova ability. That's just the normal ability that you have on every Phoenix. Right now I will just make more units, and then we will probably attack him. You can also upgrade the disciples, but it will only apply to the original units of Empire, so in this case only to your priests. It won't increase the mana of your elf druids, elder phoenixes or dark rangers. But it's still pretty useful because the resurrection is usually pretty expensive, or actually this doesn't increase the mana, it reduces the mana cost, but yeah, as I said, it only applies to your priest, so you usually want it for your resurrection and also the bless. As you can see, also the names of the baseline units are like all the names I have here. I can't really change that, but the new units always has the one name, so shouldn't be too big of a problem. And of course, you know the old units if you played some games of the original game, so you know that this is priest. Maybe we will make one more elf druid and one more farm.
Excellent idea.
And I think this should be enough to kill him.
What is your will?
It's important to make groups here.
Name your task.
And I will actually
What is your
put the
will?
elf druids to third group, so I can actually use his abilities pretty fast. Okay, I'm sorry guys, but the game actually crashed, so I had to make a new one. I decided to get into the same position with same army, so I can actually show you the fight. I already mentioned this in some of the previous videos, that this sometimes happens. I don't really know why, but it happened to me on different maps without the changes as well, so I don't think it's really associated with that. But yeah, I restarted the game. We are just playing 1v1 right now with the same races, just so you can see the fight. So here I will summon the White Wolf, here it is. And I will also show you the Firewall ability. And as you can see, it's dealing a ton of damage, so he will have to retreat here. But also it's like pretty hard for me to get there right now because I would have to go through it, so I have to wait. The wolf is like not super strong, but it's still one more unit, and you can resurrect him as well. So if you have the resurrection on the priests, you will be able to resurrect them. I didn't have that, so I will have to upgrade it now once I get the gems. Yeah, I basically have like the same city I had before, so nothing really changed. Of course, since it's 1v1, he already expanded. I didn't really waste time with that, but yeah, we are still winning, even though he has more resources right now.
So be it.
Yeah, I mean the game crash is really unfortunate. I wanted to have one full game, but I think I said everything important there, so didn't really want to re-record it. Also, I said that we are fighting thieves, I think, but those guys are actually called outlaws, I think, and thieves are another race. They are pretty similar, but they have some different units, so keep that in mind if you will look at the text files I give you. those guys are not outlaws. Or I mean they are outlaws, but they are not thieves. We can maybe upgrade Resurrection, make one more Elder Phoenix, some more units, and as you can see it's like pretty easy. I think the strongest army you can make as elves are just ton of lots of elf sentinels and lots of dark rangers. It will also counter the ghosts since you have the magical damage. Or I mean, the dark rangers have a combination of 15 physical damage and 10 magical damage, but you also need to keep in mind that ghosts have units called Lich Mages, and Lich Mages actually take 50% from magical damage and 100% from the physical. So you need combination of the physical and magical damage if you are fighting ghosts. So it's actually pretty useful to have Dark Rangers as well and not just the Elf Sentinels, even though they are more tanky. The damage here is combinated, but it's like a lot more. Also you have the Druids, and then we have the Elder Phoenix. The Elder Phoenix will die pretty easily if he has range units and you don't use him carefully, but it still has really big damage and the summon ability, so try to utilize them as well. They can also shoot at the ground. For example, normal Phoenix also has 20 damage, but he can only shoot at ranged units. And also you have the Nova ability, so if you have more of the other Phoenixes, you can usually kill with them pretty big amount of flying units. Yeah, so here I have the new units, and that will be everything. Of course you won't see the results from the previous game, because I didn't save it, and there is no autosave in this game, so can't really get to that. But I mean, you saw what happened there. Of course I will make more videos on playing other races in the future, so you don't have to worry about it. And if the game crash become a problem, then I will just play the games in the old version without the full HD mode, and then I will record, or I mean I will save the replay, and then I will just show you the replay and talk about it without actually playing it at the time that you are watching the video. I mean, it won't be like so detailed, I mean, but it's the only way that I can do it, because even though if I play the game in normal mode, I can still show you the replay in full HD, and I would like to keep it like this because you can actually see much more like this. So yeah, let's see the results. As you can see, he killed like 2 units. It might see like this that it's like super unbalanced, but yeah, I will show you in the future videos. You can actually still kill any race with any race. That's actually something that I did while I was making this. I actually took the time and I fought with the new race and the original race against each other race, and I fought them until I won every single matchup. So you can still win with anything, even though of course it's not like 100% balanced, because as I said, you can't change all the values, so sometimes it will be a little bit harder, but yeah, you can still win with any race. Also, I have this mode only on this map right now, but I will be probably making it to more maps in the future. Also maybe the one map for 12 players that I made, that I already showed you in the Armies of Exigo editor review, I mean overview. And also of course I will make the tutorial on how to actually make this mode, so you can create your own races or import the ones I made, and then you can of course add them to any map you want. So yeah, this will be probably everything. It was like maybe introduction video to this whole project. As I mentioned in the beginning, if you didn't see the the trailer I made. It's like 2 minutes. You can watch it on my channel. I will put the link in the video. And take care, guys.